What is going on, everybody? Welcome to day 53 of scaling my AA agency from $0 to $100,000. We're at $6,000 cash collected. Cool thing today, though, is we just had something kind of materialize that was in our pipeline, which is very nice. That is going to be super huge when we make it happen here, which is going to be end of this week in my timeline. It's going to give us a lot of time, and it's going to be just huge to keep the agency flowing. We can put more money into it as well. So basically what I'm going to do in this video is kind of break down the day, give you guys some high level of what I've been doing. A little bit of side questing, but I don't mind. So basically today we had a really good focused deep work session in the morning. So essentially what we did is we optimized the middle of funnel, got everything kind of cleaned up there, realized the assets there are great, and then also realized that content marketing is one of the biggest priorities we should be focusing on. So that was a big thing that we mapped out today, figuring out what we want to put from the short firm perspective of like how we're positioning our brand and the type of content I can start posting in the middle of funnel on Instagram specifically, just kind of updating, our content on that side and starting to get the organic traffic in. And I think also getting YouTube in place as well is going to be huge. Starting to get some deeper value videos in there as well, kind of like deep insights into this process and things of that nature. I think it's going to be super important for this niche to start consuming. Probably making it a little more broad, just kind of targeting just people that want to take advantage of AI advertising and marketing. Not like super broad to like anybody, but still targeting like integrators, home remodelers, and just kind of keeping it more top of funnel, but also having middle of funnel value in there as well with like testimonials, process breakdowns, things of that nature. So that was a big thing today. We also got a comms agent put together specifically for the business. I know I said I did this in a recent video. It was kind of like put together from just a texting perspective. We now have it trained on emails, so it can write us that cold lead sequence that I wanted to do for kind of like nurturing people that maybe we're looking for something down the line, or they aren't on, like, the timelines kind of push back. We had that in position as well. So that thing is dialed. It's trained on everything we need it to be. I built it right in the Claude Code environment, so that's going to be a huge additive. What else did we get done today? We had something come through on the pipeline starting to materialize for us. Had a good conversation about that today as well, so that was exciting. That's a step in the right direction. And yeah, that's pretty much where we were at for today. So pretty good day, good deep work session in the morning, and then ended up running some errands in the afternoon, and then kind of just getting into one of the biggest times of the year. I typically don't like to fall into this kind of swing, but the way I see it right now is this is kind of a great time to kind of just start kind of using resources and multiplying things in a potential way that could help the business even more. So essentially we have money in a betting account that was scaled in weeks prior. It's at like 100 cash, like I said before. And we're just going to put down some plays on March Madness, not putting any money in, just essentially with, I don't know if you want to call it free money, but the house money, and getting some teams that we like, buying and selling pretty much, buying the right teams at the right time, and then collecting some extra cash here so we can put more into ads and start, pushing the agency a little bit more. It's one of the best times of the year to bet on something. So we have some experience there, kind of using AI. It's March Madness hype. Like, I kind of sit here and I'm like, shit, why are we doing this? But at the same time, it's like, it's a huge opportunity. It's fun stuff. I think it's one of the best brackets we've seen in a long time. So kind of getting into that, not from a perspective of like, okay, we're gambling our last dollars away. It's like, okay, we have capital just sitting in this betting account. We might as well try to double it, triple it, do something with it, give us some extra money on our back end side, and potentially walk away with a pretty sweet chunk of change, which could definitely happen here. I don't know about in the round of 64, but maybe the round of 32. We could see what we can do there, since we're going to be seeing teams, play tomorrow. So getting that put together, studying some of the teams we like. I really like St. John's and Kansas. They're going to meet in the round of 32, and I think whoever wins that game is going to give Duke a run for their money, bro. I think they might beat Duke. So Kansas, dude, they're so tough. St. John's, very complete, well-rounded team. Anyone can score. I like the 5 and the 4 there. That matchup in the round of 32 is going to be so crazy. I think whoever wins that game is going to come out of the Eastern region here on the brackets. And then Vanderbilt, I think that's a good team. I think they'll make the Sweet 16 with Florida. I think they'll give them a good run for their money as well, potentially win again. I know they beat them earlier in the year. And then I also like the 5-4 in Wisconsin, Arkansas. I think they're both going to meet in the round of 32. I think it's going to be a really good game, and they're going to also give Arizona a test. I think you could see Arkansas giving Arizona a good test here in the Sweet 16, whoever does meet Arizona there. And those are just some initial teams that I like. I don't think Texas Tech is getting upsetted. I haven't really looked into that too much, but I know that team's still good, and they have a lot of elite scorers even without their best player. They're kind of in the same position as NC is, North Carolina, but I think that team's just more well-rounded than North Carolina is without their big guy who was top 5 pick projected in the NBA draft. It's just such a good class, dude. A lot of true freshmen out here. So kind of just going in, getting the bracket put together, the Cauchy $1 billion bracket challenge. Kind of getting into that, putting that together. Might as well entertain it a little bit. Kind of gets you into that surgical thing. It's a little exciting. It's March. And, it's a good weekend. So getting that in, obviously still keeping an eye on the ads. Numbers looking good for us and also our client. Pipeline, still working that. The guy that we had a call with, which was supposed to be yesterday, today, did not get back to me on rescheduling for today. So we're going to have to put him in the pipeline for just following up. And then, funnels dialed. I think really the biggest difference maker for us right now is content marketing. Just getting the name out there, putting the content out there to kind of coexist with the ads. And then also well-performing content there, starting to run that for ads. I was doing 10 videos a day when we were kind of running more broad for like general blue-collar workers. So I was doing 10 a day. So I think getting at least a reel out a day on the content marketing side, just starting to get a momentum built with that, and then like actively starting to push towards getting YouTube content out consistently, kind of figuring out how we want to market ourselves there. But that's kind of where we're at. Tomorrow's plan is I want to get videos produced, the 3 videos I want to make for content marketing. So they're going to be pinned on our page, kind of just like, it's basically kind of acting as like websites, things that they should go through, like results, the opportunity we're seeing, and like how we identify ourselves, essentially our mission, our vision, kind of those 3 types of videos, just something that people can easily see once they click onto our profile, getting that in place. And that's basically my big goal tomorrow for the business side of things, is getting that done. And then also, as I'm watching March Madness, following up, catching up, and making sure I'm on the front end still messaging people that are also in our landscaping pipeline, and then also on the agency side of things as well, getting in touch with the client, making sure we're all good there, just kind of keeping communications tight across the board on the front end. And that's pretty much it. So that's where we are at, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video here, day 53. Let me know if you're betting on March Madness. Let me know if you're entertaining it. I think as an entrepreneur, you kind of see maybe it's a distraction, but at the same time, it's like, it's fun. We don't get to have a lot of fun, and it's like one of the greatest times of the year to sports bet. So might as well run it up. If I wouldn't want to put money into this that we already have, but the fact that we already have money just sitting around, might as well try to make the most of it, So that's kind of where the head's at. So let me know if you are doing that. Make sure you subscribe to continue to follow the series here. It's probably going to be business-related stuff here this weekend, but today, tomorrow, we'll kind of let you know how everything went on the March Madness side of things. See if we can pick up some extra cash, put more of that into ads. That's basically all to just reinvest in the ads. We'll probably take some of it depending on how much we actually win. If we can get, if we can flip 100 into $1,000, which would be crazy. I think it would probably happen over the weekend after the round of 32. That'd be nuts. We'd put at least 500 of that into ads, maybe even all of it into ads. So it's kind of like our ad money, it's like house money. It's like, might as well try to flip it and get some momentum on the paid side and just start putting more money into the machine. So Yeah, other than that, machines looking good. Numbers are looking good. Should be expecting a call coming in here either tonight or tomorrow. We'll see if it comes in for tomorrow. That'd be a little interesting. I know March Madness is weird. I think the whole country kind of just shuts down, even business owners. Everyone pays attention to March Madness. I don't care who you are, unless you're a really disciplined entrepreneur. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. We will see you guys here for day 54 in the next one. I appreciate you guys tuning in. It's Ethan, and we'll see you on the board.